Have y'all ever been to New York? Because I was there for 3 days and I feel like I wasn't even there. A couple months ago, I saw that there was a cabaret revival and I was like, oh my God, I have to see cabaret live at least once in my life. And then I found out Eva Noblezada was going to be in The Great Gatsby, which is also on Broadway, and they were going to be on at the same time. And I was like, oh my God, kill two birds with one stone. Gonna see the love of my life, and then I'm gonna see the play the musical that I love so much. Anyway, let's get started. First thing we did when we arrived at LAX was walk around the terminal to see what type of food we had. And so we wanted to get something to eat before we got on the plane, to eat on the plane. After we waited for like an hour and a half, we were finally able to board our flight. I don't remember if I did anything on the flight to Seattle, but I think we were playing Breath of the Wild and I kept dying. And then we got to Seattle. We only had like 15 minutes, and so we went around the terminal again, and the only thing that was open was Wendy's. We ended up getting 30 chicken nuggets. And they were really good and they were really hot, but they were really good. And then we were able to board our flight. I, being the youngest, got the middle seat like always. And I was planning on sleeping on the flight, and I actually didn't get a lot of sleep on the flight. And these are the two pictures that I took. We actually paid someone to pick us up at the airport, which was good because I was not about to navigate the New York railway system. Our room wasn't ready yet because we got there at like 8 in the morning and our room wouldn't be available until 2 p.m. And so we were just sitting in the lobby for a really long time. We ended up walking to a nearby restaurant. Well, it's not really a restaurant, it's more like a coffee place. And I ended up getting a chamomile tea and a bagel. And then we were walking around and we saw some sights. We went to the Rockefeller Center. We went to the Nintendo store. We saw this Link, pretty cool. I don't know what this building is, but it looks pretty cool and it reminds me of City of Bones, the New York Institute. And I don't know if that's the exact same building or the entire thing was CGI, but I'm gonna say that's the New York Institute. We kept on walking. We saw the Stardust Diner. We actually ended up going to Uniqlo and my mom ended up buying some clothes. And while we were at Uniqlo, I was looking for somewhere to sit. Why is that store so big? I was looking for somewhere to sit. I actually found somewhere to sit, and then everybody abandoned me because they were like, we're going to go shopping. And I was sitting there and I was falling asleep. Like I was on my phone and I was falling asleep. And then I remembered, I was like, oh my God, my anxiety pills make me sleepy, but it's never hit this hard before. And I think it's because I took it without eating anything beforehand. And so it hit so bad. And I was like walking, I was like a walking zombie. Like I was falling asleep while walking. It was crazy. So we actually ended up going back to the hotel and we ended up staying at the lobby for 2 hours while they cleaned up our room. But then they gave us our room and this is what it looked like. We ended up watching Bridgerton because I think it had come out the day before. My sister ended up falling asleep. I was falling asleep. And so my mom was like, okay, I'm gonna fall asleep. So she went to her bed. She fell asleep. I think I fell asleep for a little longer. My sister was asleep. She woke up. And then I woke up and then she was like, are you hungry? And I was like, hell yeah, I'm hungry. And we ended up finding this like ramen place that was pretty close by, like a walkable distance. And we went to go get it and we brought it back. And it was actually really good. Like it was really good ramen. And on our way back from the ramen place, we stopped at a bakery and we got a bunch of baked goods. And there was this egg tart, which is not in the picture. The things in the picture were actually like the worst things we had, but they had this egg tart and it was so good. It was like big, it was like this big and it was soft and yummy and I wish I had another one of those. After dinner, I ended up showering because I still felt a little gross. So I showered and then I got back in bed in my PJs. And my mom was watching The Mummy and I was still really sleepy for whatever reason. And I think it was like, what, 6 p.m., 7 p.m.? And I ended up just going to sleep and knocking out until 8 in the morning the day after. And now we can finally talk about the reason why we're here. Business day, aka D-Day, aka Broadway day. I woke up at 9 a.m. and nobody else was awake. And so I was like, I guess I could let everybody sleep in until 10 a.m. and so I let my sister sleep. She woke up and we ended up ordering from like this little place under our hotel and we got like these sausage, egg and cheese sandwiches, and then we ended up going to a bakery across our hotel to get these like square cubed croissants and some other baked goods. And I'm gonna say It was pretty expensive. I think it was 12 p.m. when we finished eating and we had to get ready. And first thing I did was my makeup. And after my makeup, I had to put on my nails. And I made everybody a nail set before arriving. This is the one I made. My sister did not put them on. Neither did my mom. So what was all of my work for? I worked on them for 2 straight days. Was I a little bothered by it? Mayhaps. Mayhaps I was. Anyway, look at my nails. Look how cute they look. We left at like 1:30 because it started at 2. So that's what the theater looks like on the outside. This is what it looks like on the inside, it was very pretty, very regal. We ended up getting drinks and they did double shots and they gave it to us in like this coffee container. The drink I got tasted pretty bad. It was tequila and lime. And I didn't like it and they didn't even card me. That's my playbill. That's what the set looked like. It's a very deep stage, but I loved it. It was amazing. Loved the music. Never seen a Broadway musical before, but I love Eva Noblezada. I love Beautiful Little Fool, or whatever that her final song is called. Also, in case you haven't seen The Great Gatsby, I hadn't seen it. I also hadn't read the book. I didn't, spoiler alert, I didn't know they shot Gatsby at the end. I didn't know he died. In the theater, I jumped. Physically, I jumped. I was like, I don't know that they shot Gatsby dead. And the way they do it in the musical is crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, I'd give it like, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I think the songs could have been better, but I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I still need to hear the cast recording multiple times in order to really cement it in my brain. But right now, 8 out of 10. After the musical, we ended up going to 99-cent pizza and we ended up getting 2. We actually ordered 3 slices, but they only gave us 2 slices and they charged us $3 anyway. But whatever, we're not there to fight. We ate the food. The pizza was actually really good. And then we had a bunch of leftovers from the days before. And this is what our meal looked like. It made me giggle real bad. And we took some pictures, and this is the pictures that my sister took of me. I don't think she's a great photographer, but that's it's right behind me, isn't it, picture. After we took pictures, I ended up doing an outfit change, even though I kind of didn't want to, because I really liked the dress that I wore. But I was like, you know what? When am I going to be on Broadway again? And so I did an outfit change, and I had this hat, and I had a vision, and I had a miniskirt, and I had a vision. This is what the theater looked like on the outside in daytime. We got there, went through security. They're like, are you 21? And I was like, yes, I am. And the guy looked at me and he was like, I'm gonna choose to believe you. And then he stamped my hand and he gave me the stamp. And this is what it looks like when you walk in, and this is actually the only part they let you record. But I thought it was really cool because it looked like a dingy little nightclub. And then they give you a shot and you go, I don't even know what I drank, but I drank it. And then when we were walking around, when we were looking at the pre-show, this guy comes up to us and he's like, can I take a picture of y'all? And I was like, yes, you can. And then he uploaded them online, and that's what the picture looks like. And it's got the official little cabaret seal, and it's amazing. That's probably the best thing that's ever happened to me. And then we went to go find our seats, and oh my God, the pre-show ensemble, amazing. The show, amazing. This is what it looked like at night on the outside. I took a couple of pictures. Reviews on Cabaret. I loved it. I love the songs, and I love the story. And so I was gonna love it anyway. I'd give it a 10 out of 10 regardless. The costuming, amazing. The costuming was amazing. I wish I could see it again. Like, I walked out of there and I was like, I wish I could see it again. And that was the New York business trip, which leads me to all the souvenirs I got. Who's excited? Raise your hand. Let me get the souvenirs for you. I knew you were gonna ask me for them. I got them for you right here. First things first, at our hotel, they had these little postcard things. Love, I took 2. Here is my playbill for The Great Gatsby. Here's my playbill for Cabaret. And then, oh, I got this New York pin. A Cabaret t-shirt. Is it the most basic design ever for $45? Yes, it is. Am I still gonna wear it to bed every night? Hell yeah, I am. Another $45. Another $45. We got the Great Gatsby t-shirt, except this one has a nice back. It says, "The party's roaring on." And then I got this pin. I love pins. I love enamel pins. I'm a sucker for them. This is what it looks like. The Great Gatsby. I also got this pin. I love this Cabaret pin. If you have to buy merch at Cabaret, like if you really want to buy merch, I just say get the pin. I don't think the t-shirt is worth it. I think the t-shirt is disappointing, if I'm being honest. And the final thing I got at Cabaret were these little postcards. I don't even know what they're meant to be, but it's like art. I love art. I got this one. This is one of the MC's outfits. This is Gail Rankin's Cabaret outfit when she sings Cabaret. And then who knows what that is, but this one's going up on my wall. I hope everyone enjoyed that. Please subscribe if you want to see me do more outings. I'm not a person who goes out very much, so when I do, I like to do everything I possibly can at once and be overstimulated and then panic and then hate going outside. So maybe I'm the problem. So yeah, bye-bye.